Hello everybody. I don't know whether I'm going to have to go to voiceover at some point, but I'm going to do acrylic today. And what I've done is I've prepared Eve and I've put the tips on with my old favourite, which is the Bone Pretty 6-in-1 nail glue and the lamp. And this is a collab. This is a collab with loads of girls. Oh, some are on Instagram, some are on YouTube, but I'll put a link to the playlist in the description box, so you'll be able to please go ahead and have a look at everybody. And if you like the channels, if you like what they're doing, don't forget to like and subscribe and give us some support. Joe primarily and Aggie, I think, have put this collab together with this us group of ladies, and they're doing all the organising and thumbnails and stuff, so that's fabulous. I'm really enjoying being part of this little crew. So the theme is abalone or shells, so some people might use abalone, some might use other shells, and do his own variations. I'm doing acrylic, some will do gel, and some gel polish. So yeah, so we've got the tips on. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to file off that little bit of an edge there with my diamond grit nail file, and then I've got some acrylics out, so I'm going to do a couple of swatches to decide what colours I want, because I know that I want to use this foil, which is beautiful, and I can't remember where I got it. I probably got it in a job lot box of 12 from Shein or Amazon, not sure, but I love it. So just look up abalone transfer shell when you're hunting. Sorry, I can't help you anymore. I've got a memory like a sieve. Right, so I'll start and I'll just trim these down a bit. I'm going to do a thumb as well, because I want to do the thumb, you know, a nice picture. Right, so the only definite in this was the foil. So what I decided to do was to do some swatches and see what colours I want to use. So the first pink I'm pointing at is Bestival, which is from Rachel Wilder's. Not using the next one. And then the green one is Tropical Sea from Neo. I've got Infinity Lagoon, which is the pale bluey grey one. And then the glitter was another Rachel Wilder's, but I've not got a name for that, I'm afraid. Because she did a job lot of loads for £1 each at one time, so I bought loads of them, but it's beautiful glitter. So I decided all these colours went with the foil, and I'm just going to vary each nail. So this is that Tropical Sea, and I'm just going to try and blend this down. It does marble slightly, but it doesn't matter when it marbles. If you just agitate it a bit, it'll soon all spread the colour out. Marbling means when it goes a bit white and cloudy. and it's just mixing the pigments in with it. So you move it and it's soon sorted. Oh, I've just jabbed into the side of it. Now you forgot to forgive me with this acrylic application because it's been a year since I did any. So I'm doing a little bit of faffing. And I decided here just to pick up a little tiny wet bead that I could feather down over the top there. That's it. And I'm going to encapsulate it all anyway, so I can build up that apex a bit more. Oh, managed to get it all over her finger. That's it. Now I'm doing the same sort of technique with this one, but this is going to be the Infinity Lagoon, which is a bit darker. It's got a little bit of glitter in it, but very, very tiny. Sorry about that pinging, my phone's at the side of me. I'll just turn ringer off it. So this is Bestival. This from Rachel Wilder's is what they call a strength powder, so otherwise known as a core powder. And I decided rather than just a normal nail bed pink, I wanted this because I think pinks and the greens and blues look lovely together, and it just kind of gave a bit of light to the set, if you know what I mean. Total contrast, but I loved it. I thought it worked well with these colours. So if you've not done acrylics before, or you've not done it for a while, just remember everything takes some getting used to. So if you are learning, if I were you, I would pick one brand and practice as much as you can with that one brand, because even though you might pick up the monomer the same on your brush every single time with different, whether it's be a glitter or a core powder or a colour powder, and then between the brands they all react differently to that monomer. So yeah, till you've got it, you know, hit the nail on the head with picking your beads up and stuff, I would stick to one brand and practice. But I love both of these. I find them, they were the best for me to practice with, was these Rachel Wilders and the Neo. The Neo is like butter. But like I say, it's been a year, and it's a bit like riding a bike. You might know all the ins and outs of how to do it, and it comes naturally to you, but it's not till, you know, first couple of 100 yards you'll be like a bit wobbly. I decided this one is going to be all the glitters. Now, as I say, I can't tell you what the name of this is, but she's probably still got it on her website. But it's got every blue and green and silver that's in that foil, so loved it. Now I did this whole nail, I think, in this glitter. Oh no, that's right, put green at the top, and I think what I should have done is put the pink at the top on this, just so I'd got more pink on these, because I do end up putting some pink on the thumbnail, but on my photos you can't really see it. I can't talk all the time for every single second as I'm doing these voiceovers because I'd just be waffling basically. So can you let me know, does it bother you if there's them little silences between me speaking? And would you prefer me to have some light music that kicks in? Or do you like it as it is, where I just do a little bank of music, bank of talking, and then back to that? I watch some videos where people play music and just don't talk at all, but personally I like it when people talk and they're chatty, so I suppose that's why I like to just do the voiceover on its own. But let me know. I want to try and do it a bit like I can for everybody, suit everybody's taste. Right, so this is where I bring the pink in, because I do this first in the Infinity Lagoon and the Tropical Sea, and then that's at this point where I thought, well, I've not used pink anywhere else, and that I just feel like I have to. I don't know why. I just have to like coordinate. It's like putting cushions on the sofa. Look, if you had just one random pink one and mixed a load of green, you need another one. It's, I don't know. It's all about the flow. So I'll put this on and a bit of glitter, and then I'll decide to put pink on. Now, someone did ask me if I would be doing acrylic, and I said I would, and you have to forgive my age, please, and realise that my memory's going. What I remember today might not necessarily be what I remembered yesterday. And yesterday I remembered who it was that asked me, and today I've forgotten. And if I write things down, I then lose where I've written it. So if it was you that said, will you please do some more acrylic, then here they are. Leave me a comment, let me know, yes, it was me. So, yeah, I did enjoy myself. And I've been getting the smell out of the bedroom, well, my little studio nail room, for about 3 days now, with a fan facing out the window to try and get rid of it. So I'm going to encapsulate them, and I'm going to give them a file, and then I'm going to come back and put a detail on that ring finger. So I'll put a little bit of music on for now, and I'll come back and chat with you when I start doing that detail. Okay, so they're all filed, and I actually took some length off that thumb What I don't get when you put tips on is you get your tips out of the box and you're sizing them all up, and the wider they get, the longer they get. Why would you want a great big massive long thumbnail? I don't know, don't get it. I think they should all be the same length. But I cut it down by about 1/4 of an inch because it was far too long, like a talon. Anyway, this ring finger here, I'd started with this idea before I even knew what I was doing on the nails. I knew I liked the foil, and I'd got this little box of shells. And I'd seen when I was looking up Abalone Shell that I found a little necklace, and it had got an abalone stone in the middle and silver around it. And I thought, in a not a teardrop, I can't even tell you what shape it were, with silver around it. And I thought, oh, that'd be nice. So I'm just sticking a shell on with some glue. Put too much on, so taking that off. I probably would have been better here using solid nail tip glue to stick that on, because I would have had a ridge around it then to paint, but there you go, it is what it is. So I'm just building it up a little bit on top of it and around the edges of it with top coat. No white top coat, I wanted it to kind of run onto edges. So now I've got my metallic drawing gel from Born Pretty, which is the chrome one. And I'm painting the shape that I wanted all the way around the edge for the silver work. I wish at this point that I'd got some little chains for nails, because I would have done the chain in a real chain, but I didn't, so that's another thing to go on my shopping list. Is it fabulous though, this metallic paint now? Without this, you'd have been painting your foil glue on and then putting foil on it, but this works beautifully. And it would have stood out more against the pale green, so really I suppose I should have swapped those two nails round. But I love that blue with the pink on for the thumb. So, top coat time. So while I do that, I'll just remind you, it is part of a collab this. There's loads of us doing it, and I don't want to mention any particular channel at this point because I might miss somebody and I'll feel really bad. But I will put a link to the playlist in the description box. So you can do me a great favour and pop over and have a look and see what all the other girls are doing. They're all so different on this same theme. And I do think Joe's settled on the, what is it, Nutty Nails Co, because we're all a bit daft. So I've top coated all this, and then I decide I'm going to do the chain for the necklace of tiny little caviar beads. And I won't show you all of it because it took me ages. So I'll go all the way around the outside, and then I'll do the chain with it as well. Faff, pod, poke, pull, push, poke it again. There we go. I've spared you. As you know, I don't do bling very often. One too many beads there, I think, love. If it won't fit, post it. There we go. So, I hope you like them. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe, that would be marvellous. And there's loads more videos coming up. So, take care. See you soon. Bye.